Good morning, my dear students, and a very warm welcome to all of you at this e-learning program. Friends, in our today's session, we are going to carry forward chapter number 16, that is light. The very first thing that we should know about light is about the laws of light. Try to recall in our previous sessions what we have done. We have done the basic terminology with respect to light. Have a look over here. This is the incident ray. This is the reflected ray. Okay, the light ray which is incident, that is incident ray. Light ray which is reflected is called as reflected ray. And we have a line that is at 90 degree over here which is called as normal. And this is our surface. This is the angle between the incident ray and normal, which is called as angle of incidence, represented by theta I. I hope you remember the content. Angle between normal and reflected ray is called as angle of reflection. Try to recall, we have done this in our previous class. That is, incident ray and normal, they are making some angle which is angle of incidence. The reflected ray and normal, they are making some angles which is some angle which is called as angle of reflection. Now let us try to understand the laws of reflection. So here is our today's content. There are two laws of reflection and we'll do both. Which is the first law of reflection? The very first law of reflection over here is, we are talking about two rays, incident ray and a reflected ray. And both of them are coming from a point, that is the point of incidence. There is one also perpendicular drawn on the surface at that point which is called as normal. So the very first law is the incident ray reflected ray and normal. All three lie in the same plane. Okay, what is the first law? Incident ray, reflected ray and normal, all three lie in the same plane. What is incident ray? The ray which is incident on the surface. What is reflected ray? The ray that is getting reflected from the surface. And normal is the perpendicular drawn at the point of incidence. All these three are lying in one same plane. That is the first law of reflection. Coming to the second law of reflection. Second law of reflection is like this: angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. What is the angle of incidence over here? The angle of incidence is the angle between the normal and the incident ray. What is the angle of reflection over here? Angle of reflection is the angle between the normal and the reflected ray. The normal and the incident ray are making angle theta I. Normal and the reflected ray are making angle theta R. And both these angles are equal. That is stated by the second law of reflection. If we talk about applications of the second law, then the second law is mostly asked in the exams, and how they are asking that type of question also we'll discuss. But first, you have to memorize both the laws. Okay, which is the first law? Incident ray, reflected ray, normal, all three lie in the same plane. Second one is the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. If you write this first and this second, then also there is no difference. It is the same thing. Concept will remain the same. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Incident ray, reflected ray, and normal, all three lie in the same plane. Okay, so these are the laws of reflection. Once again, what is reflection? Reflection is the process in which the the bouncing back of the ray occurs from a particular surface on which light rays are falling. So whenever light rays are falling on any surface, the light ray will bounce back in the same surface. Then that is called as what? It is called as reflection. Then we discussed about the terminology, that is the light that is falling is called as incident wave. Light ray that is getting reflected is called as reflected wave. This is the normal, that is the angle, that is the ray at 90 degree. Imaginary line which is drawn at the point of incidence at 90 degree. Now this normal and incident ray are making some angle which is called as angle of incidence. The reflected wave and normal are making some angle which is are making some uh, angle that is called as angle of reflection. Now, what are the two laws of reflection? The two laws of reflection are written over here. The incident wave, reflected wave, and normal, all three lie in the same plane. Then second one, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, so this is about the concept. Note down this concept and along with this diagram. After that, we will move further on the further topics. So please quickly note it down. Now let's move further. If we talk further about the next particular content, then first I want to discuss some numericals with you in that content. We are having a surface over here. Now this is the normal which is drawn. Now in both of these cases, calculate the angle of reflection. In both of these cases, you have to calculate the angle of reflection. Okay, that is, here we are having 30°. Here also we are having 30°. For both these cases, you have to find out the angle of reflection. Okay, so these are the two surfaces. Try to calculate it. I am giving you exactly 2 minutes time for the same. Exactly 2 minutes, for 1 minute for this and 1 minute for this. Try it out quick. Last 1 minute. Now, what is the angle of reflection? It is the angle between the reflected ray and the normal. And second thing you know is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Here, if the angle of incidence is 30 degree, what is the angle of incidence? It is the angle between the normal and the incident ray. So the angle between the normal and the incident ray is 30 degree. If I, that is angle of incidence, we can also write theta I is equal to 30 degree. Theta R, angle of reflection, will also be equal to 30 degree because angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. That is the law of reflection. So you have theta R as 30 degree, and this is the reason what you can write. Coming on the next particular question. Here the angle is made between the incident ray and the surface. How is the angle made between? It is made between the incident ray and the surface. It is not the angle between the normal and the incident ray. So first we have to calculate this. Okay, how can we calculate this now? Because we know that this is the perpendicular, that means it is making 90 degree over here. Normal makes 90 degree with the surface. Theta I, that is angle of incidence, will be what? Whole is 90. This is 30. So what will be this? 90 minus 30. That is 60 degree. Therefore, theta I is equal to theta R, which is equal to 60 degree. Why this is both are equal? Because of the laws of reflection. Which is theta I is equal to theta R. So here, the angle of reflection is what? 60 degree. You need to think about it. Okay? Now please note down both the answers, then we'll move further. Now, let's move further on the next topic, which is the regular and irregular reflection. These are two types of reflection. Which is regular reflection and irregular reflection. This side we are polishing so that the upper side is smooth, and it will allow the things to get reflected. Here we have an irregular surface. So these are the two surfaces. When light ray is incident on this type of smooth polished surface, the reflected ray will also be parallel to each other. So these are the parallel bunch of rays. When the ray of light is falling on the smooth surface, it will get reflected back along a particular direction. So on a smooth surface, sharp and clear image is obtained. On the rough surface, it will spread widely, so the sharp and clear image is not obtained. It will fall over the large area and the image is not sharp. How is the image obtained sharp and clear? Example of this type of images when light gets reflected by a plane mirror. Okay, moving further on the next particular fact, irregular reflection. When the parallel bundle of lights are falling on the irregular surface, the reflected beam will spread widely and the image obtained is also not sharp and clear. And the example is reflection by any of the three dimensional, the book beside you, the mobile or the computer in which you are watching this video, all are examples of irregular reflection. Example of it is reflection by a book, chair, etc. Okay, so this is about the two types of reflection. Regular and irregular. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll move further on the further topic, that is the real and the virtual image. The next concept over here is about the types of image. We will be learning only the definitions today. The concept on how which type of image is formed will not be done today, because for that we need to elaborate on all the types of mirrors, because the examples that are given in your book, for that we need to revise on what is the whole of the mirror terminology, and after that only you will be able to understand what is written in that two or three statements. But before we do that, let us first actually understand what is the image. Whenever the light rays are getting reflected, then at that time on meeting, when light rays are actually meeting or not meeting, in both these cases they are forming the images. So image is basically of two types. Either it is a real image or a virtual image. What is the meaning of the word real image and virtual image? When rays, after getting reflected, if they actually meet each other, then the image is called as real image. If after reflection, rays actually don't meet but they appear to meet, they are extended back to meet. How they are extended back, now this might be the question. But do not worry, we are going to discuss about that. Okay, here the image is obtained on screen, here it is obtained behind the screen. Image is obtained behind the screen. Over here, the image obtained is always, most of the times it is inverted, while in this case, in case of virtual image, the image is erect. Inverted मतलब उल्टा. Now there is a line written that when we are getting the real and the virtual image, while in which cases the virtual image is obtained in the concave, convex or in the plane mirror. So for that we need to discuss about it in detail regarding the mirrors and the position of the objects. So this is about the real image and virtual image. First, note down this content of the real and the virtual image. Please note down these concepts. Here the image is obtained on the screen, here it is not obtained on the screen. Note down this much, then we'll move further. So I hope you have noted down the content. Here is the content. The laws of reflection, that is incident ray reflected in normal, all three lie in the same plane. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Regular and irregular reflection, where when the parallel beam of light is incident on a smooth polished surface, the reflected beam will be parallel to each other. Image obtained is sharp and clear, and example of it is the reflection of a plane mirror. Here when the parallel beam of light will fall on the rough surface, the reflected beam will spread widely. Image is not sharp and clear. Moreover, example of it is reflection by any of the three-dimensional object. We discuss about the types of image, that is real image and virtual image. Real image is after reflection, if the rays will actually meet each other, then it is the real image. If the rays actually don't meet, then it is virtual image. This real image is obtained on screen, virtual image is obtained behind the screen. Here the image is inverted, while here it is always erect. So that's all for today. I hope that you have understood all the content. Thank you so much for listening to me and have a good day. Bye bye.